volkssport nummer 1 geweest in Nederland. En dat er ook nu een grote support is van Nederlanders in Australië, die om 2 uur 's ochtends midden in een café in de stad de wedstrijden zijn gaan bekijken, zijn deze beelden het bewijs. Dus tijdens de immigratiegolf van de jaren 50 namen de Nederlanders die naar Australië vertrokken dit support ook met zich mee. In 1954 richtten een aantal van de nieuwkomers in Ballarat de voetbalclub op die nu de Red Devils heet. John Ruig en Martin Vissers zijn 2 van de oorspronkelijke leden. Samen met Martins zoon Aaron vertellen zij hun verhaal.
That was when the Ballarat soccer club really started.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's a mixture of Polish, Yugoslavian, Dutch. The first team was all Dutchies.
The first team was all Dutchies. Say from 1950 onwards, there was a big influx of migrants from Holland. And a lot of them came to Ballarat and Creswick. Creswick is 10 kilometres down the road here, and that was called Little Holland, because there was more Dutchies there than anywhere else. Had a hot Dutch cafe there, and yeah, how would we put it? Some of our players lived in Creswick and played in Ballarat because Creswick didn't have a soccer club yet. There were no more migrants coming out from Italy, from Croatia, from Yugoslavia,
Even from Holland.
and we became a cosmopolitan team, we call it. We picked up anybody that wanted to play because there was no more Dutchies coming out either. And anybody wanted to play soccer, well, we took them. And that's why we changed the name from Wilhelmina and all that to Ballarat United at one stage. And then later on it became Ballarat Red Devils.
Somewhere there used to be a letter from the Manchester United Soccer Club thanking us for our letter of support and saying that giving us permission to use the Red Devils as our nickname going forward. Photo here, you've got, where are we? John Vissers, my grandfather, and in front of him is his best mate Jim Oliver. They are 2 of the founding fathers. Jos Stoffels. So those 3 people there basically started the club up. But that's Dad. That's Jerry Rikers, who's a Dutchie. That's Harry Arts, who's a Dutchie. The only reason I know those guys is because most of them are still connected to the club now.
Oh, the young ones of today in our team have got no idea what our history is. Where do you want us to go, lad?
On the field.
Out in the field.
Want a soccer ball?
Yeah.
Mum always knew where I was if I wasn't home.
You were here.
I was here. Behind that goal there was full of pine trees. There was pine trees right across behind that goal. And I used to sit in the pine trees right behind the goal watching soccer.
One year when we won the cup, we beat Ballarat City.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what year it was.
Oh,
it's that long ago.
That's going back to
Actually, it makes me feel old when I got to go back.
For me, it gives me a very strong connection back to my grandfather. The story goes that even when my grandfather was in his 60s, he would turn up to the ground with his boots and his shorts and his everything in the bag, and if they were short of players, he'd just go and put his boots on and have a run around at 60 years of age. He was a very active man. He was at every game that I ever played that I can remember when I up, until he passed away, obviously. So even through my under-8s juniors, he was at all my games, which was pretty cool. I remember coming to watch Red Devils games with him, and he'd always be up on the hill where the grandstand is. Don't know that he ever got too vocal, but he was always up there watching the game, cheering the players on. He was always around somewhere.
My brother was a goalkeeper here, as well as my own son, and I had another brother playing, but he didn't play for long. He left Ballarat. So I've got none playing soccer at all now.
I had a son coaching soccer and a grandson playing soccer.
No, I'm the only stalwart.
And a granddaughter playing soccer.
As much as possible. So I often feel that these club rooms and this ground is like an extension of my own backyard and house, because I've just been here so much. Every weekend, if there was a home game, I'd be here. You know, if I was allowed to, I'd come to soccer training with Dad, just to spend time with Dad. You know, and this is going to sound really weird, one of my favourite smells is liniment oil from just hanging out with all Dad's mates in the change rooms, and, you know, while they were getting rubbed down, and because some of my best memories are from being here at the soccer club. But currently my biggest highlight so far, football-wise, would be coaching the first NPLV game up at the new ground. Yeah. So by all up, once it's finished, which is probably another 12 months away by the time, because he's still got all the landscaping and stuff to do as well.
Yeah, and what about the grandstand over there?
And the grandstand needs to be built and everything else, so it's at least another 12 months, I would say. But it's very exciting. Like, it's just what we'll be able to do with it. The founding fathers of the club would be very, very proud with where the club has managed to get to now, because they just wanted to give players in Ballarat an opportunity to play at the highest level possible. And I can tell you now that they had no intent or no idea that we would end up where we are now.
Cool. Yeah, it feels good.
It does feel good. It would be awesome if we had some photos of the history of the club in this area as well, just to motivate the players. Like what they've got at tennis. You know, you got all the photos of the ex-champions. Yeah.
Or maybe
having some ex-best and fairest players or something like that. You know, some of our best and fairest players, have them lining the walk out to the ground. That would be very cool. I might have to put that idea to somebody.
Zoals Aaron al zei, it's exciting de opkomst van voetbal in Australië. De Red Devils hebben een nieuw stadion en Melbourne City FC heeft voormalig ISC John van 't Schip aangetrokken als coach. Ook is de Football Federation Australia een nieuw systeem van promotie en degradatie aan het opzetten, naar voorbeeld van Europa, in de hoop dat Australië op een dag mee kan dingen naar de wereldtitel. De oorspronkelijke nationaliteit van spelers van de Red Devils doet er niet langer toe. Voetbal verbroedert en dat kunnen we alleen maar toejuichen.